Hello, namaste. I'm lighting my smudge stick. We're going to go straight into smudging. Hello, welcome. My name's Leanne Peters. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube. And I'm here to share some guidance for Tuesday and Wednesday. But we're going to start with some smudging. So as you're coming in, if you're watching live, we're going to smudge straight away. Hi, Alicia and Lawrence and Carl. Hi, Donna. I trust everyone's feeling good. Hi, Tamitha and Rebecca. Lovely to see you. So this is some sage. This is some mountain sage from America that was sent to me from a couple of our viewers. And it was sent to me fresh, and I just bundled it up. So I just bundled it up as tightly as I could while it was fresh, wrapped it up in some string, hung it up in the darker area of the house for a couple of weeks, and it dried out. So if you've got sage around your neighbourhood or home, or someone you know has got a big bush of it, why not pick some fresh sage and bundle up some sage yourself? It's extra special, I think, when we make it ourselves. So take a nice deep breath. And as you breathe out, let go of all of the negative energies, entities, cords, hooks, attacks, and attachments that you have that might be negatively affecting you at this time. Think about breathing that stuff out, letting it go. And imagine this sacred smoke washing over your body and carrying away with it everything that's holding you back in this moment, everything that's blocking you or limiting you. So just take some really big breaths. Let your worries, your stresses go. The things that have been on your mind, let them go, and really bring all of your attention into this moment and into your body if you can. So, welcome, extra special welcome to my Temple of Balance patrons, my Pillar of Light family, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much for your support. I really deeply appreciate it, beyond words. I learnt a long time ago not to take things or people for granted. And that's something I absolutely do with my work. I absolutely appreciate, even if it's, you know, a nice comment or a share, I appreciate anything that, and yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? I was thinking, I was just on the thought of, you know, sometimes I get emails from people who've been following my work for 4 years and I've never heard anything from them before. So if you're one of those ones that connects privately and personally, and in the background, just in your own comfortable way, then I want to also acknowledge you. So thank you for your support. And, you know, I think the biggest and best support anyone could be is to take on what they gain from the sharing or the space that's created. The best feeling I have is watching people grow and blossom from the connection or from the thoughts that I present. So that is really heartwarming because it shows me that you're actually living it. So how can you live it? How can you embody it? I love that so much. Hi, Sylvia. Hi, Shelley. Okay, so where am I? What am I doing? I'm here to share some guidance for Tuesday and Wednesday. That's the 3rd and the 4th of July. I also have my chakra chimes. We're in for a bit of a treat because there's a bit of strong energy around that might be a little bit confronting. So I'm sure I'll be playing the chimes at some point. I've got my Speed of Light Oracle cards and my new deck I will pull out at some point. But let's just get straight into the guidance, and I'll grab the chimes when I'm inspired to. So I'm looking for the best card for Tuesday the 3rd of July and the best card for Wednesday the 4th of July, and then the best card for the theme for Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm not doing personal requests for guidance here today. This is general guidance for everyone. So I trust that you've been led here for a reason. I trust that our paths have crossed at the perfect time and that something shared will be helpful and supportive for you. Just remember to take on board what feels right for you and let the rest go. So what feels right, what resonates, what makes sense to you, what easily fits into how you've been feeling or what's going on in your life. You shouldn't need to force it to try and fit just because I've said something. So out of everything that's shared, if just 5 or 10% of it makes sense or resonates with you, then it hasn't been a waste of time to connect. If you don't resonate with my work and it's just becoming increasingly annoying, I trust that you just stop the video and go and do something you love. We don't all resonate with everything, so I'm very well aware that my work doesn't resonate with everyone, and that's okay. I'm certainly not going to lose sleep over it. I'm just here to be myself and just let the energy flow for those that are here and do resonate. We've got 111 viewers. We had one person left and then someone came back on. It's funny, isn't it? Anyway, thank you for joining me today. Let's get straight into it. Oh, it's 1:11 for Dina. What time is it here? I am coming to you live on Tuesday, the 3rd of July at exactly 12:28 p.m. So that's the time right here in Tasmania. So I'm now looking for the best card for Tuesday, the 3rd of July. How do I know it's the best card? I just trust it is. If I overthought it too much, I wonder if I'm going to get the best card, and I overthink it, the best card's not going to come up because I'll be scattered in my intention to find it. The stronger we are in trusting that the best card will find its way to the top 100%, then the stronger that message will be that comes through. So 100% I trust that the best card will find its way to the top. That's the most helpful for the majority of us at this time. Hi Jennifer. Those googly eye things just crack me up. I guess it means you're watching, but it's like funny to me. Now everyone will probably put eyes up just to make me laugh, but I'll try and ignore the comments with love. So the best card for Tuesday, the 3rd of July, I trust is this. Or this is really interesting. Card 25 called Pause. It says hold, time, transition, suspension, and limbo. This talks about Tuesday, at least for the most part, being a day of limbo, feeling a sense of pause, putting things on pause, on hold. The reset word has definitely come to mind more than once this morning for me. So there's this sense of things just needing to stop, pause, put the hold button on. Why? We may not know yet. We just may not. We may need to put something on hold or something on pause so we can feel for what needs to happen if we need to take action, or let things take a different course. Marjorie, look at all those eyeballs. And the purple heart at the end is beautiful. So there might be something going on in our life or something that we feel inside that makes us feel like it's just important to stop things right now or hit that pause button. So we might feel like we're in limbo. We might feel a bit uncomfortable with this. We might feel a bit confronted. That sort of feels to be a bit of the nature of the energy around at the moment. But there's no accident to this. Sometimes things need to be paused for reset to happen. If things have been going down a heavy track or a heavy path or a negative way, sometimes we've just got to hit that pause button, hit reset, return back to neutral so we can steer ourselves in another direction. It's a bit like rolling in a car and being in gear and the car moving forward down this road and we don't like where it's heading. So we can't just suddenly mid-flow at 60 kilometres an hour switch directions, unless we're going around a very loose corner. But let's say we were turning a whole nother path. We couldn't just go that fast around a corner that was taking us in a new direction. We can't go that same way and expect things or hope that things are going to change. So it's like we've been going down this path and we need to stop, reset, turn our vehicle around and start moving in a bit of a different course of action, a direction at this time. So some of us might be feeling this. It might be in one area of our life. It may be in several areas. It may just be something we're feeling inside and we might not be able to explain it yet. But we just need to take a break, pause, stop something, at least temporarily. So this is happening. Why? It's this card saying that we're in between change, that this is a time of transition. So we might be in between a shift in our path or a shift in focus of something that we're doing or a shift within ourselves that may be required in our life. A shift of direction, perhaps, for some of us. So pause, limbo, transitional time period may be strong for some of us on Tuesday. Hi, Lynn. Lynn's my babysitter from when I was about, how old was I? 6 or something like that. Lovely to see you, Lynn. Lots of love to you and the family and all of you, of course. So thank you. I trust that resonates for your Tuesday. You know, I'm going to break the mold a little bit. I'm going to be a rebel. I'm going to be real rebellious. And before I pick Wednesday's card, I'm going to use the chimes. And I'm going to actually pull an animal card now for this chiming time. I kind of feel, as I've talked about this pause energy and this energy of transition and stop, that I kind of feel like I'm in that now as I focus on these days that we're moving through. So in honour of this pause, this sense of stop, this reset, this stepping back, taking a break, whatever words work best for you, I'm going to now hold this space of pause. We're going to pull an Animal Kingdom Oracle card around this pause energy, and then I'm going to play the chimes. So this might sound a bit of a strange thing to do, but it feels right to me. So just trust if it feels right for you or not. If it doesn't, just fiddle around with something else. Let's pull an animal card for this pause time. What do we need to know about it? Here. The dragon, the water dragon. Well, there's 5 dragons in this deck. So this is the water element dragon, card 24. It says diving into new depths. So from my purpose of pulling a card around this pause time, I feel like maybe the results of this pause time, or what we might be able to do within our pause time, is to dive into the new depths. It says diving into new depths. This is the water element, so we're talking about the watery realm, the water element. Oh my goodness, I'm cracking myself up. Okay, the water element, which we could think of including our emotions, so how we feel, our creativity, our sexuality, the things that are fluent, maybe the flow for us, which has been quite important for us to consider in these last few days as well. So we're being guided to trust in the flow of this pause time. Let's do our best to not get too impatient or resistant or scared of what might change, but just trust in how we feel as the moments unfold. The dragons, the 5 dragons in this deck, are the most powerful, strongest cards in the deck. So this talks about a time of quite strong energy, a time of mastery as well, I'd like to say, during this pause time and this current space that we're in. So diving into new depths inside. How do we feel about this inside? What are we resisting about this within? What do we feel confronted by? Are we at peace with the pause? Or are we being a rebel and trying to control and trying to push through the pause? Maybe we need to just ease into it and just let it guide itself. Let things shuffle and change as they need to. So with that in mind, I'm going to play the chakra chimes. These chakra chimes, as the words and title suggests, I'm in a funny mood, aren't I? These are chimes for the chakras. So if you're into music, technically, this is C, D, E, F, G, A, B. So the base chakra, sacral, below the navel, solar plexus, above the navel, heart, throat, third eye, and crown. I'm just going to play these in no particular perfect melody. It's just going to be very much based on how I feel, and I'm just going to work with the sounds, play different patterns and rhythms, I guess, and listen. I'll be really listening and feeling for the chimes that sound a bit flat, and I'll be working around those, increasing them. So basically I am creating this space of healing using sound, in this case the chimes. What you need to do is nothing much, unless you want to. All you need to do at the very least is just listen. So just listen. And just let yourself hear the chimes. What are they doing to your body? Which chimes sound uncomfortable? Which chimes give you goosebumps? And just noticing how your body feels. If you want to take the experience deeper, then really kind of sink into the sound of the chimes. Breathe the sound in to your mouth, into your body, and let the chimes stir up or shift or align or heal or whatever you need inside your body. So this might go for 5 minutes or so. I trust you enjoy this chiming time. Take a nice big breath, and we'll start with the heart. I'm not really going to talk, I don't think. Who knows? I don't plan on talking in this moment, but I better be quiet then. Okay, let's just work through each chakra for a moment. So just take a deep breath if you want to follow. If you don't follow the chakras, or you don't care about the chakras or what have you, you don't have to follow what I'm saying. Just listen if you want to the chimes. But if you are interested, please join with me. Take a really big breath and bring your attention all the way down to your base chakra at your tailbone. This is your center for grounding and survival instincts. If you've been having physical issues in this area lately, then bring extra attention to this area. Imagine it filling up with red light. If you have an issue with red, you may prefer to replace that with brown and explore your red issue at some point. Feels flat, that one, doesn't it? So perhaps think about how accepting or unaccepting you've been of your body, your life lately, because it will likely come back to that centre. If you've been dealing with survival issues or issues around your survival, which means the same thing, around finances, your health, your home, your work, maybe even relationships, if it's connected with your survival, it will likely connect back with your base chakra. So you can do some work around that if you want to. And when I say work around that, what do I mean? It means perhaps considering all these things around your physicality and your survival, considering things, writing issues that you have down in your journal, exploring them, asking yourself questions so that you can get clear or clarity on how you feel, what you need to do, what you need to change. You might want to work with red crystals, red coloured things, keep them close by. If you have healing energy cards, there are great cards in there that are assigned to each chakra. So there might be ones that you can directly go to and work with or keep them close by for a couple of days. So this is going to apply to all the chakras that I'm talking about. So I'm just giving you a little bit of a tip there if you want to explore anything else that comes up too. So take another big breath and bring your attention up your body to your sacral chakra. That's your chakra just below your navel. It's your center for emotional, sexual and creative energies. Imagine this whole area, your belly and around your lower back, like a band or a zone of your sacral chakra. Imagine that filling up with beautiful orange light. If you have an issue with the colour orange, you may want to think of replacing that with the colour white, but coming back to explore why you have an issue with orange, and is there a connection with you having an issue with how you feel or something connected with this area. So imagine your sacral chakra filling up with orange light. It feels delicate and dainty and tender as I connect with this energy as a collective right now. So don't be afraid to feel your way through your fragile, tender moments. They are part of the spectrum of feeling. Sometimes we feel strong, sometimes we don't feel so strong, and it's okay. So let's be at peace with how we feel and work with our feelings to help us flow and move. Remember, feelings or emotions just want to be in motion. It's no accident why motion is connected with emotions or feeling. It just wants to move. Come back to that chakra if you notice there's an issue there, physically or with the things that I was talking about. Now take a big deep breath and bring your attention up your body now to your solar plexus chakra, just above your navel. Now we're connecting with these energies now, not how you felt an hour ago or yesterday or last week or how you might feel tomorrow. Let's really connect in with how they feel now in this particular moment. So solar plexus chakra, just above the navel, it's our center for our personal power, strength and courage. It's our power center, and listen to that sound. It feels very crisp and clear. So there's a lot of personal power that's probably coming through for some of us, a sense of confidence perhaps in ourselves, or confidence in our choices that we've been making, or how we feel right now. Now you can imagine that solar plexus chakra, a zone or a band all around your middle, so wrapping around also your middle back. Filling up this area with yellow light. Any issues that you've recognized, just come back to them a little bit later. Now up to the heart. So the heart in the center of the chest. This is our center for love. Our center for love of self, others, and all creation. It usually vibrates at the color of green or pink, just depending on our frequency. Neither color is better than the other. So imagine a green or pink energy. It feels so strong coming into our heart and also around the zone of our heart. So around our chest, upper back, and sort of lower in the shoulders. And imagine this area filling up with light and love. If you have issues that have presented themselves here, then please reflect on that in the hours or days to come. Next chakra, take a big breath up. We're going up to our throat, up here at our throat. This is our center for communication, expression, and truth, and feeling safe to speak and be our truth or be who we are. Feels strong here. I feel like we're becoming in general more comfortable in our skin and more knowing of who we are. And this is something that a lot of us have been refining this year, and especially these last couple of weeks. So imagine a blue light coming in and wrapping around your throat and into your neck and filling up this whole area and helping balance and clear anything that's holding you back here. And if you have issues that have presented, then please refer back to them later. Don't ignore them if they come up. They come up for a reason. Take a deep breath and we bring our attention up now to our third eye chakra up here on our forehead. It's our center for trust, I'm going to say it's our center for vision, intuition, and trust. You can imagine the zone of the third eye chakra wrapping around the head, coming around to the base of our head, to the nape of our neck. And if we've been having trust issues, not trusting our path, not trusting in the steps we take, not trusting in our intuition, or having trust issues with other people, then it will usually come back to our third eye chakra. So imagine an indigo light filling up this area. Indigo is a dark violet or a mix of violet and blue. Imagine that coming in and balancing and nourishing this area. If you have issues around this stuff, then explore that, please, a little later. And now taking a deep breath and bringing your attention up to your crown chakra at the top of your head. This is your center that helps you connect with the world beyond the physical, but not just necessarily on a spiritual level. It helps us connect or feel a sense of connection with ourselves, our life, in our relationships with other people, just in general. If we're feeling disconnected or alone, it will usually come back to this chakra. So bring your attention here and imagine it filling up with a violet or white or gold or silver light, whichever color appeals to you at this time. And if you've been dealing with issues connected here, issues in this area of your head, or issues around separation or disconnection, then may be worth exploring a little later. Now let's imagine this energy here at the crown turning gold, if it wasn't gold for you before, and this energy running down the whole body now, from the top of the head down through the head and through the spine, really, down the body through the spine and out through the base chakra. Carrying away with it all old energy that's holding us back. Let's let it flow and let it move and let it go. And when you're ready, just take another nice big breath and just bring your attention back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes if you're feeling a bit lightheaded. And please come back and reconnect if you want to. But I really recommend that you explore any issues that you have now become aware of after this recording or a bit later when you have time. So thank you. How are you all feeling? I trust you're feeling good. Patricia says, well, that was a trip. I trust it was a good one. Anita says, beautiful, much needed. Thank you. Thanks, Anita. And all the hearts of the chakras. Beautiful. Okay, thanks everyone. So I guess this has been a bit of guidance with a little bit of chakra clearing / healing time, but you know, it is what it is, so I just trust that. So thank you for joining in today. I'm now looking for the best card for Wednesday the 4th of July. If you've just joined us, I have already pulled the card for Tuesday, so please come back and connect with the recording later if you missed that and want to connect. So the best card for Wednesday the 4th of July, I trust, is this. Scattered. How interesting. So we had pause for Tuesday, scattered for Wednesday. This is a good sign before I talk about what these things here say. This is a good sign. I find a lot of positivity in this card, as much as it might sound a bit heavy. This is showing me that we're actually moving energy. So there's a sense when we hit the pause button that things stop, that things stagnate, that things just wait. But this card's showing us that even if we hit the pause button, or we take a break, or we step back for a short amount of time, or if we're steering ourselves in a new direction, that there is energy shifting or things changing under the surface. So even if things appear stagnant, unless we're holding on to something, then we will create a stagnant space. But if we're at peace, as much at peace as we can be with the flow, then that waiting or pause time shows me that there is stuff moving underneath, that there is stuff happening behind the scenes. So this is the card for Wednesday, Scattered, card 13. And it says, overwhelm, confusion, concentrate, and plan. So this brings an unruly, crazy, wild, scattered, stirred up sort of energy, very uncomfortable it might be. Stirring up stuff is not comfortable because it challenges what we've either been ignoring, or challenges what we may have changed in alignment with now, and things are shifting very rapidly. So we may feel at times on Wednesday overwhelmed, or may be feeling like overwhelm is about to hit us. If we do feel that overwhelm is about to hit us, that's when we need to take action. So remember, what I've noticed with overwhelm is it's just an illusional game of the lower mind. Every time I felt overwhelm come in, or every time I felt on the verge of overwhelm, and I stop and I look at what my mind is telling me, which is that I have so many things to do, I'm going to run out of time to do it, not everything's going to get done, how am I going to cope with this, I'm feeling stressed out, you know, just some of the things that the mind is saying. When I actually listen to that and then I go, okay, wow, there's a lot to do, okay, let's just get some perspective on this. I get some paper, I write down the things that I have to do, and to my surprise, usually it's only a couple of things. So we have to be careful with overwhelm. Our mind, our lower mind, is going to want to take the reins of that energy of overwhelm and just want it to consume us. So what I recommend, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're on the verge of it, or you're starting to feel stressed, if that's a better word for you, get some perspective, get some paper, write down so you can see all the tasks you have to do. Is this something that's necessary? Often too, my mind will add things to the list that I haven't even been thinking of, just to make it look bigger and more overwhelming. It's like, no. So sometimes we need to just get perspective. Sometimes we also need to just prioritize. Sometimes things just can't happen today or tomorrow. Sometimes things happen. So let's look at our priorities, and once we find our list, let's look at, okay, what is most important? Okay, something to do with people in our care, like children picking up from school, for example, that's definitely top of our list. We can't leave them there. They're relying on us. So this is a priority. So let's look at our priorities. Let's shuffle things back to another day if they're not absolutely essential, and keep perspective. Our ego, our lower mind, is going to want to run with overwhelm if we're tipping into that. So let's just be a bit careful. So with overwhelm aside and that sense of scatteredness aside, there is new energy coming in with this card, and it stirs things up. So things are being stirred up because new energy is coming in. We're being guided to shift things and maybe even go in a bit of a new direction or change the dynamics of something. So it's going to create an unsettled feeling. It's normal because our comfort zone is being challenged. So let's be okay with our comfort zone changing so that we can ensure we're always in the best space that we can be, growing and loving and being, rather than things becoming so comfortable that we're limiting ourselves. We're here to live. We're not here to, we're here to live and experience, and sometimes our comfort zone can hold us back. So things are shifting. It's basically the big message there, isn't it? I trust that makes sense. It's quite exciting. I actually get quite excited by that because as confronting as things may be, it's interesting because to me it feels like something shifted. There's something new in the air. Things can improve if we follow that, and I love that. Things don't stay the same forever. So I'm now looking for the best card for the theme for Tuesday and Wednesday. So the theme card will help tie these days together and help us see the bigger picture for Tuesday and Wednesday. I think the garbage truck's coming by. You hear a garbage truck noise, just so you know. Let's let our emotional garbage out with it. Just loading up that truck with all our emotional and mental and physical garbage. Bye. Letting it go. Sometimes working with very physical things like a garbage truck or a garbage bin can be a great visual. This is the theme card. We've got this Gaia card 33. Its keywords say spring, message, nature, listen, and life. This brings the element of nature into Tuesday and Wednesday, and just reminding us that it may be important for at least some of us to get out into nature, to step out of the four walls and outside. It might just be out the front or back door and take some big deep breaths under the sun or in the wind or under the stars. And those actions will probably help us flow a little bit easier through this pause, hold time and this scattered, potentially overwhelming time as the new energy comes in. We're really being encouraged to listen over Tuesday and Wednesday. Listen to what? Listen to what other people are saying, perhaps. There might be words that we really need to hear. So let's really pay attention and listen to what others are trying to express to us. Let's listen to how we feel and what we're saying, and what the guidance sometimes we say is the guidance we need to hear for ourselves. This is why I watch my videos back. And I imagine that it's really weird. It might sound really crazy, but I watch my videos back and imagine that I'm listening to someone else. That's just the way I do it. Because I know, and I'm not delusional in that way, in that sense, I know that the guidance that I'm saying here now, a lot of that is guidance that I need to hear too. And a lot of the guidance and advice that we offer people, and many of us say it a lot of the time, that, hey, I should heed my own advice. So let's really listen to what we're telling other people, what we're noticing that's repetitive things we're saying, because they're most likely things that we need to hear. So if we keep telling people to slow down, and if we stop and really listen to the words that are coming out of our mouth, we might recognize that, hey, actually, that's really good advice for me. I need to slow down too. So there's always something helpful in what we're saying if we're open to it and willing to listen to our own words. So let's listen to others. Let's listen to what we're saying. Let's listen to how we feel. Let's just listen to the quiet, still moments. There's so much to listen and feel for each moment. Life calls us again. Life is there for us to live. So how aligned or out of alignment are we with it? Are we feeling a part of our life, or are we feeling just off with our life right now? That might be why things are a bit scattered, or things are a bit on hold. Things are shuffling around behind the scenes, and most likely a bit of a new path or a new direction's being prepared for us behind the scenes, because a lot of us have called forward that we want to get into our life more. When we make that declaration, the universe says, all right then, I've been waiting for this moment. And suddenly our comfort rug is pulled out from under us and things can shift out of our comfort zone. We can trust 100% that whatever's shifting is shifting for a reason, and most likely are going to, in the end, not in the end, but as things settle down in the days or weeks to come, we will see why that happened and perhaps be in an even better place than before. It's when we resist change and when we try and hold our comfort zone so tight to us because we're scared it's going to change, that's when we're holding ourselves back. So we can trust 100% that the universe has our back. We can trust in how our life is going and flowing, and that whatever will be, will be. So interesting, deep stuff happening right now for a lot of us. So if it's too intense sometimes, just remind yourself to be gentle with yourself. Take some deep breaths, step back. Sometimes all we can do is just get through our day and wake up afresh the next day. If that's what you have to do right now to cope, then that's what you have to do right now to cope. So just do what you need to do that's in honour of how you feel and honour of your obligations and things that you have to do, so that you can move through this time. Try and resist less and flow more. You'll find it will be much easier. The more scared you are, the more you're holding resistance up, and it makes it more challenging to flow. I feel like I could talk with you all day, but I do trust, and I will go because we've got things that we need to flow with, don't we? But I feel like there's just so much that's going on right now. I do trust that something shared has helped nourish you and support you at this moment and in your days to come. So thanks for joining me. I've used my Speed of Light Oracle cards today. These have been created by me and are available on my website if you want to learn more about them. I've listed, a couple of people have asked me actually about, I've listed some defects of these cards. This is not one of them that I'm holding. This is just a box, but I just want to show you as an example. When we had these printed in 2014, there was a bit of an issue with some of the boxes in the printing, and we were putting those boxes aside, and then realised like a week ago, Corey and I did, that hey, these are still very usable, so we've offered these on the website as a defect, which means there's just a slight issue with them, but it doesn't affect their function. So basically this deck is not, I don't have a book with me, but basically the top of the booklet stuck to the inside of the box for some of these decks. So I've just cut the cover of the guidebook off. So there are some of those on the website. There's at least 20, maybe even more. So have a look. If you want this deck a little bit cheaper, that might be an option, is what I'm trying to say. Now, my patrons, I've started fulfilling rewards last week, but I have just finished writing up everyone's name on my sacred wall. So I'm about to take a photo of that and put a post up and share the meditation and different things that I actually did record last week. So I'm going to be fulfilling most of the patron rewards today. So I'll be letting you know our healing events, sending out your meditations, the digital prints and messages and everything mostly that goes with the patron rewards. So I'm looking forward to connecting with you, and I'll be in touch over the next few hours. So pay attention, or not pay attention, stay tuned for that, and keep an eye on your inbox, your email inbox. If you want to learn more about the work that I do, please visit my website at templeofbalance.com.au. And if you want to become a Temple of Balance patron, it's not too late to join in. You can join any time in the month. So have a look if you're inspired to. There's different rewards kind of thing that they call them at different pledge levels. So it's a bit like a monthly donation, but you kind of get benefits or rewards, they call them, for your support. And it can be just for the month. You can cancel, change your pledge, whatever you want to do. So have a look if you're inspired to. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment or share if you're inspired to. And if you'd love to connect more privately, just send us a message through our website. It's been an absolute honour to share and spend this time with you today. And I really trust that you have enjoyed our time together. And you sharing your precious time with me is it's very beautiful. So thank you so much. Oh, what a beautiful space to be in. Don't be afraid. Just flow with it. I know I'm reminding myself of my theme word for July, which is resistless. And I love it because anytime I feel just a little bit, how am I going to handle this? I just remember my keyword, resistless. And I kind of try and step back from the of it and just let it flow and just let it be. So thank you so much. I will let you go now. So have a fantastic rest of your day. And I will be back to share with you again real soon. So thank you and namaste to you.